by France 24's Vedika Bahel, who's been looking into some disinformation surrounding Russian airstrikes in Ukraine, which, from what I understand, Moscow is pinning on Kyiv.
That's right, Peter. In the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv, the Okhmedit Children's Hospital has been hit by an airstrike this week, and that triggered international condemnation. Now, Russia has vehemently denied any involvement in that airstrike. It says that it does not target civilians, and in fact, accused Ukrainian air defense missile systems of being behind that strike. And this is a claim that has been repeatedly shared by users on social media and actually gained quite a considerable amount of traction. Now, by far the most vocal of those voices is Jackson Hinkle, the far-right American internet commentator. And with 6.5 million views and counting on his post, he says he backs that claim that not just was it Ukraine that fired that missile at the hospital, but it was also an American Patriot air defense missile that was the missile in question. Now, he also shared this video of a missile striking a building. And what I will say about this video is it was by far the most viral when talking about this event on social media, if not an extract of this video or a version of this video. But this was by far the one that social media users were sharing the most when talking about the strike on the Children's Hospital. Now, if we have a look at another pro-Russian account who also made that same claim, this user also shared that same video by Jackson Hinkle as well as other images as well. And according to this user, that footage is actually the proof that this airstrike couldn't have been carried out by Moscow because they argue that the missile in the video lacks the distinctive wings of the Russian KH-101 missile. And this is something that Russia has actually backed. It's backed this version of events on its official Telegram account, saying that the footage from the airstrike in Kyiv is proof that Ukraine used its own air missile systems, its defense systems, to bomb the Okhmedit Children's Hospital. Peter.
All right, Vedika, so there's been a lot of accusations flying around about which country that missile belonged to, lots of people online getting involved. Is there any way we can decipher any more clues from the footage?
Well, what I will say is that the head of the UN Human Rights Monitoring Mission did assess the site, and according to their analysis, there is a high likelihood that the hospital was directly struck by a Russian strike instead of being hit by Ukrainian defense systems. But in terms of what we have been able to analyze, what I can tell you is that that video we saw, that viral video supposedly showing the strike on the Children's Hospital, that video is indeed the strike that hit the Children's Hospital, and that can be confirmed via geolocation software. We can see in a frame from our viral video there, alongside aerial images, that the same markers are present, including that glass building that was directly in front of the Children's Hospital, masking that strike in the video. Now, Kyiv, the Ukrainian authorities have also shared images on their social channels and their Telegram showing the aftermath of the strike on the hospital. They also shared this image of shrapnel from the missile afterwards. And they say that the shrapnel has a serial number that directly identifies it as a Russian KH-101 missile. There's also analysis done by Deutsche Welle that has a side-by-side comparison of one of the Ukrainian images of the shrapnel with a press agency image. And we can indeed see that there are some physical markers that do correspond in this side-by-side comparison as well. Now, in terms of that video that we saw, that viral video of the strike on the hospital, I was able to track down the person that filmed the video and actually shared it. And this same user, in fact, did a slow motion capture of their own footage that allows us to see the missile actually quite a lot closer. So let me blow that up bigger for you. Now, I'm not an expert by any means, but we can see in this image that there are wings in the center of the missile's body, and that there is a bulge, for a lack of technical word, at the back end of the missile. And if we go back to those claims by Jackson Hinkle that it is an American Patriot missile, if we look at a side-by-side comparison from our video taken and the American Patriot missiles, there actually is not any physical resemblance. There is no wings or bulge at the back in the American Patriot. If we compare that to an image of the Russian KH-101 missiles, there are more physical similarities. The KH-101 does have wings in the center and that bulge, sorry for a lack of better word there, at the back visible. Now, experts in this field, so people that specialize in missile technology, like Fabian Hoffman from Oslo University. He also says that all signs point to Moscow's KH-101 in terms of that video and that missile that we've seen there. But that, Peter, that is what we know about this missile strike for the moment.
Thanks a lot, Vedika, and thank you to all those amateur missile spotters out there on the internet. That's Vedika Bahel with Truth or Fake.